Hey guys, Stitches here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards. It's been like a month since I last played this game, because that just happens sometimes in my life. Yeah, I got a little sidetracked and haven't recorded the game in a month, though. You guys wouldn't really notice a difference because I still haven't even uploaded the first episode yet. I'm honestly probably going to finish this game before it fully goes out. But last time, I did go ahead and watch the video from last time. We went ahead and went to the aquarium and dueled Mako Tsunami for our 6th and final locator card, meaning we qualify for the Battle City Finals. However, as we went to meet back at the game shop that Yugi lives at with his grandpa, we noticed that Taya and Joey weren't there, and were threatened by one of the members of the Ghouls to give up our dueling decks or they'll get hurt. Obviously declining because hell no, man. You know how many good cards? Like, this is a... How expensive is this deck? This is a 2078 deck, bro. Like, what are you talking about? But, yeah, this time we're gonna go and deal with that. Really quick, I do want to go ahead and go over the deck again so far, as I have been doing in past videos. We have Black Skull Dragon, Skull Knight, Millennium Golem, Reaper of the Cards, Revival Jam, Toadmaster, Flame Manipulator, 2 copies of Doron, Dissolver Rock, Skelengle, Dark Gray, Hourglass of Life, Morphing Jar, Gale Dogra, Muka Muka, Witch's Apprentice, Karibo, Thousand Eyes Restrict, Raigeki, Swords Revealing Light, 3 Bear Traps, 3 Acid Trap Holes, 1 Widespread Ruin, 1 Multiply, 1 Pot of Greed, 3 Darkness Approaches, 1 Monster Reborn, 3 Beckon to Darkness, and 3 Infinite Dismissals. We're going for more of a stun until we have won strategy. What's that, Yugi and... What's that, Taya and Joey Wheeler's been abducted? Alright, I'll help you gather information. If you discover anything, I'll come tell you. So we can ask Tristan to do that. Additionally, Roba's here. The bloody Ghouls. They beat me and kicked me out. Better watch yourself too. One thing I forgot to mention last time, I mentioned how Joey doesn't get his character development in this because he doesn't get to duel Weevil or Mako. I forgot, but he also duels Esperoba. I don't know how I forgot this because this is how Joey gets Jinzo. So, yeah. Also, I do want to say that I've pretty much binged almost all of Battle City. I've gotten to the virtual world arc in the sub, and some interesting stuff happens in it that, like, I just didn't remember. One thing I actually didn't know was that in the sub, so there's a moment in Esperoba and Joey's duel where Esperoba's siblings are spying from up top. And from atop a building and telling telling Esperoba what's in Joey's hand. And they say 2 copies of Graceful Dice. And this makes less sense in the English version, but in the Japanese version, there was a sprite layering issue there for a minute. In the Japanese version, that's weird. In the Japanese version, Skull Dice is not a trap card. It's actually originally intended to be a quick play spell card. I think there's a lot of instances where quick play spell cards were nerfed to be trap cards in real life, which I don't get. But you know, it's whatever. Bones is here. The ghouls, they got me again. Brian. It makes me furious. Let's talk with Raptor. Hey, what's up? Joey Wheeler was abducted. Are you serious? Those ghouls, nothing's too dirty for them. I'll let you know if I hear anything. Everyone's being a bro right now. Let's come over to Kaiba Corp and see if there's anything. You again, don't come here unless you're on business. Oh, I guess nothing's here. Also, I've been playing a lot of a different Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters game. I've been playing quite a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 5, at least the American version of it, which is Eternal Duelist Soul, which came out after Duel Monsters 6. Duel Monsters 5 was also subtitled Expert 1, and the main thing about the Expert line of Duel Monsters games was that they use the official TCG and OCG card list and physical cards, so that'll be fun. No, how could this happen? So we've got to go around. I don't know if the card shop guy has anything. Well, he's got a blue eyes. Battle Locks has an effect. Oh, it eliminates all pyro types. Yeah, I remember that. Illusionist Faceless Mage. Stuns everybody on the opponent's field. That's interesting. Either way, I'm not really looking for new cards. We'll get a new card soon enough. We can check the art gallery. You possess rare cards. Those cards I claim in the name of the Ghouls. So at this point, we're kind of just using what we have access to. Or, right now we're kind of just going to go through and battle the ghouls a bunch in a bunch of areas. So you'll need to go through, like, every area you've been to up at this point. How do I want to do this? Because I could flip these guys face down and use Toadmaster's effect again. I think it's better to just attack like this. The fucking 2K Toadmaster is absurd. But, I've been playing a lot of, Duel Monsters 5, and that's a very fun game that I actually want to Let's Play at some point, because that's got some unique systems to it, like the fact that the starter deck is randomized with a slight bit of control. Absurd amounts of attack right now. Under no circumstances should a Toadmaster reach 2,500 attack. What are you talking about? So this video might be a little lengthy because we're just going to be going through and defeating the ghouls all at once. This is merely the beginning. Ghouls have claimed this area. Get out. So basically, you need to find the ghouls in every area and defeat them on every screen that they occupy. Actually, that's not what Were they in the alley? Yes. Holy shit, Skull Knight has some absurd attack on this board. God damn. Alright, man. Use Doran's effect. It's very interesting going back to this where, like, we're in make-believe land when it comes to, like, cards and effects. Look at this shit. I got a full board. Oh, and it just gets better, like... It just gets better, man. But the ghouls shouldn't be too hard for us to take out. All of the ghouls use the Yami field. So you're gonna want to use things like spellcasters to help take them out. Remember, the field spells buff types, not summons. That's such a weird mechanic in this game, but not all shadow monsters are getting benefited by this. Go, Skull Knight! And we got Phantom Ghost. Are these all gonna give us Phantom Ghost? I actually wonder... hold on. So there are a total of 10 minor ghouls to find, to duel. There's one in the alley that we just defeated. There's one in Esperoba's alley, one at the art gallery, one at the graveyard, 2 under the bridge, 2 at the aquarium, and 3 in the park. Now, these basically are 10 duels against the same deck. All of them are running Exodia decks as well, so keep that in mind. So, the ghouls are all running right leg of the Forbidden One, left leg of the Forbidden One, right arm of the Forbidden One, left arm of the Forbidden One, Exodia the Forbidden One, the 13th Grave, 2 copies of Blue-Eyed Silver Zombie, 2 copies of Dokuro Izo, the Grim Reaper, 2 copies of Twin Longrods 1, 2 copies of Two Mouth Dark Ruler, 1 copy of Solitude, 2 copies of Midnight Fiend, 2 copies of Skullstalker, 1 copy of Dark Assailant, 1 copy of One Who Hunts Souls, 2 copies of Wicked Dragon with the Ursat's Head, 1 copy of Yami, 1 copy of Darkhole, 1 copy of Stuffed Animal, 1 copy of Three-Legged Zombies, 1 copy of Dark Rabbit, 2 copies of Saber Slasher, 2 copies of Minar, 1 copy of Corroding Shark, 2 copy of Dharma Cannon, 2 copies of The Wandering Doom, 1 copy of Dark Old Thorns, 1 copy of Patrol Robo, and 1 copy of Last Warrior from Another Planet. Additionally, they all have the same antes, and I'll go ahead and talk about the list of antes. We have, of course, all of the pieces of Exodia. Fire Reaper, Firegrass, Fire Eye, Gate Deeg, Phantom Ghost, Miyotoko, Hito Denchak, Majingen, the Durdek, Embryonic Beast, Gatekeeper, Burglar, Needleball, Frog the Jam, The Wandering Doomed, Electric Lizard, Legion the Fiend Jester, Hannibal Necromancer, Three-Headed Guido, Stone Statue of the Aztecs, Doll of Demise, Shining Abyss, Humanoid Slime, Worm Drake, Humanoid Worm Drake, Grand Tiki Elder, Embodiment of Apophis, Melkid the Four-Faced Beast, Nuvia the Wicked, and Beckon to Darkness. One thing I actually want to mention about Embodiment of Apophis, this card was errataed into a vanilla monster in this game. This card is notoriously a trap card that summons itself as a monster. And notoriously in the Duel Monsters video games only appears in this game in Resha for Destruction. So I thought I'd go over that real quick, since I realized that I started dueling them in their kind of major duels. Actually, wait, real quick, I want to talk to Robo. This tournament, such a gathering of the weak. There hasn't been a good one yet. You look as if you need me to beat you too. Come on. Ooh, repair of the cards is pretty giga strong. But yeah, playing trap counter is also like a very good thing. Like, you don't even really need good cards if you can just play trap cards against the opponent, for the most part. They can get through it with very few removal cards. I don't really think I need your trap card effect. But just in case I do, I don't think I saw any trap cards in their deck, so... By the way, I hope you guys have liked the thumbnails for this series. I worked pretty hard on the thumbnails, and I thought... I got to a point where, like, I thought they looked pretty good. Play my Millennium Golem. Even though it's entirely unnecessary. Three-headed YuGiOh. Ugh. What are you? What? I'll get you back for this. You can duel Bones again. I just wanted to see if you would. But yeah, it's pretty interesting because, like, there's a lot of characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know why I'm, like, going full Midwesterns. There's a lot of characters, there's a lot of characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! That, like, especially in the original series, their main thing is, like, the thing that made me memorable was I cheated. So they kind of, like, change characters quite a bit in the games to adapt their, like, concept in different ways, and I think it's very neat what they actually do. One thing they do for Esperoba and Duel Monsters 5 is actually make it so Esperoba has, like, a deck that focuses around changing his draws, or just completely board wiping you. Sorry about that, if that made any noise. I was drinking my Gatorade. I bought some Gatorade earlier. So we dueled the 3 between the Art Gallery and Clock Tower Square. So now I think the next place to hit would be the bridge. But yeah, it'll play this sound. We the Ghouls have assumed control. All duelists shall be eradicated. This part also doesn't happen in the anime. There isn't like a Ghouls takeover at any point. We got Black Skull Dragon. I forgot Black Skull Dragon required 3 tributes. Good thing I know what card we're gonna substitute that for. I'm glad I got a small bonus. Alright, there's turn 1 of Swords Revealing Light. Here's the second turn. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna... Sat Karibo will go in for this. And then I'll go in for this. And here's turn 3. I need those attack buffs. I still remember when we got, like, obliterated by String Slifer because I just wanted to show off that he actually has it. I also think it's interesting they decide not to give you Slifer the Sky Dragon in this game. I'll kind of get into a little bit why. But it's like, they don't give you Slifer at that point, which is just, like, a very interesting narrative and gameplay decision. That was not what I meant to do. There we go. Stone Statue of the Aztecs. This card's kind of interesting. I think in real life, Stone Statue of the Aztecs has an effect that, like, doubles the battle damage it does in defense position. Anyway, there's another ghoul up here. All the cards in the land belong to the ghouls. We claim your cards for ourselves. An interesting thing about the ghouls I also want to mention is that Seeker, the first ghoul we encounter... Oh yeah, Flame Manipulator I think is buffed here too. Seeker, the first ghoul that we dueled, I believe. He's the original, like, Exodia player guy. In the anime, he played Stone Statue of the Aztecs, and very interestingly, Seeker himself wouldn't get a proper, like, structure deck Seeker. Interestingly, Seeker also technically doesn't have an official name. His name was supposedly Seeker here in the English dub. However, in Japanese, his name oftentimes is just referred to as Rare Hunter. Though some people still call him Seeker just to differentiate him from the other minor ghouls who have their own names, like Strings. There's 2 other characters later who have their own names. Etc. Like, there's just a lot of interesting things about Seeker. But his deck would actually go on to inspire a real-life Exodia deck, actually using some of the cards that were focused around defense position, holding defense position, I believe. Or at least a lot of his cards did get eventually released in a structure deck. I think I could just go lethal if I do this. These guys actually are pretty light work. Oh, we need a little more juice. Good thing I had that. It probably wouldn't have mattered because I don't think they could have, like, done a move to go get us around. Worm Drake. A worm-like creature that uses its long body to entrap foes. There is no escape from its binding grip. We are invincible. This isn't the end. What? Why are you still here? Eternally terrifying. That is the ghouls. What? I defeated you. What? What was this? What's cool is Swords of Revealing Light, just you have to deal with it once it's in effect in this game. I do think that's neat. It's annoying when in some of the other Duel Monsters games, they're like, I'm gonna drop a board wipe to get rid of your Swords of Revealing Light. I'm like, thanks. I really love that you did that. Should be pretty self-explanatory what a board wipe is. Ow. You actually have some defense points on you. I can just barely get over you. By a whole 15 attack points. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting this one doesn't have phases. Oh yeah, I forgot, you can just normal summon over monsters too. You don't even need to sacrifice them. So you can do stuff like that. Melkid, the four-faced beast. Oh, I think that's right. I think they just keep respawning, actually. So you can duel the ghouls as many times as you want as you refresh the area. Alright, well that's the bridge, so let's go to the park now. Where there is 3 of them, I believe. Oh. One of them are in the park. Yeah, I think they are, at this point, just saying the same thing, like, we took over the tournament, we took over the tournament, we took over the tournament. This is not the greatest opening hand, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Okay, this is a much better card. Honestly, like, this, just drawing one big card and a bunch of cards that just wipe monsters off the opponent's board helps. And you're done. You're done. Wow. I guess that's what happens when Thousand Eyes Restrict is used without anything. Phantom Ghost. I'm getting a lot of those. I don't really care that much. With the ghouls have taken over the town, your chance of survival no longer exists. Shut up, Timmy Tough Knuckles. Get out of here. Get out of here. Ugh. Give me that, the 13th grave, so I can get you even further whittled away. Oh no, not your solitude. What am I ever gonna do without? Bro, what is this? They're surviving with 160 LP. Fire Eye. This is a long episode. We're already at 40 minutes. Don't think you've won. I'm pretty sure I have won against you, at least. Jerk. Alright, well that's everyone. So now we have to go to the park. We are the ghouls. All duelists shall fall to their knees before us. You have to defeat the other ones, I guess, to get the ones in the park to show up. We drew our OP card. We're on all our water dupers here. What's Water's playstyle in your game? Oh yeah, they just duplicate themselves. It's a wonder Scapegoat isn't in this game. You don't really need it when you have cards like this. Ooh, give me your thing, why not? 2100 attack, 3-legged zombies, bro. I saw a tweet that someone made where they were talking about how 3-legged zombies was like one of their favorite cards and how ecstatic they were when it got retrained as the tuner monster Unizombie. Burglar. Very glad I got that. When things is over, we shall return. Your rare cards I shall claim as mine. Come on! Come on! Dupe. Well, that's a bit rude, isn't it? Could I have board wiped? Yes. There's stuffed animal out of here, bro. My deck is very brutalist. Okay, well, I might as well use one of these. And just start maximizing my damage potential. And you're dead. Hourglass of Life actually doesn't have an effect in real life. It's something I didn't realize. Back into Darkness. I've got enough of those. Master Merrick Ishtar, I beg your forgiveness. Full legal name. What's his social security? Get out of here, bro. Bro, I don't want Morphing Jar of all things. What makes you think Morphing Jar was something I wanted? It's my fault for playing Morphing Jar. It's 1. 2. 3 is final. Alright, well... Finally, something at least half decent. We might lose against this ghoul. Actually, we drew Skalangle, which is probably like the destiny draw right now because it can actually obliterate the fiend cards. Dude, if I could, like, draw Karibo or something, there... I'm not getting any of the duplicator cards. I don't think that was entirely necessary of me to do that, but alright. Dark Hole, no! Don't do that. Dude, please, I need, like, anything. Gale, Dog Rush, or... At some point, he'll draw Exodia, and I just won't be able to cope with that. Or, you know, he'll get that too. It would be really nice if I could get Karibo or something that dupes. I think I just lose this. I'm gonna be real. No! Oh well, sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. You know, I'm not necessarily sure that Multiply in the anime required specifically Karibo. I need to get as many attacking bodies on the board. If I could get Thousand Eyes Restrict right about now, that would be pretty damn dope. Let's defend with that one. But yeah, these guys play mostly Fiends, so we're not really going to be having much to deal with in the way of things. I mean, now that we've got Skulangle out, I mean, it's basically a one game at this point, because we can just swing blindly with Skulangle. There we go. Embryonic Beast. A pitiful, ugly fiend that failed to become fully mature. Inhales all things with the hole on its belly. Better than I thought. Our next meeting shall be your downfall. Whoa. My insect queen, it failed utterly. Yeah. You may be the former Japanese champion, but you're nothing before me. Why are you a ghoul? There's no need to explain it. And to the likes of you, power rules above all. Leave your deck and get lost. New prey comes along ripe for plucking. You can fall victim to my new deck like the others. So this is Bandit Keith. I don't think we've fought Bandit Keith yet. Oh, this is kind of a shitty hand. Bandit Keith has a lot of trap cards. So this is Bandit Keith. I believe we saw him earlier. But Bandit Keith has quite a few different things going on with his deck. So, going in order, he is playing 3 copies of Infinite Dismissal, Mask of Darkness, Megurus Light, Yaiba Robo, Gigatech Wolf, Dharma Cannon, Patrol Robo. He's playing 2 copies of Pendulum Machine, Space Megatron, Blast Sphere, and Machine Conversion Factory, and Metal Morph. And then he plays 1 copy of Anti-Raigeki, Zera Ritual, Ryukushin Powered, Zoa, Slot Machine, Barrel Dragon, Stop Defense, Yami, and 7 Complete. He is capable of summoning Zera through Lament. Oh, what's that? I took your only monster? Oh, that must suck, man. I'm not letting him summon Zera the Mant, though. Zera the Mant is like, it's such a situation because it's a ritual card. I don't even know if you can summon it. Honestly, right now, it doesn't seem like he's doing much of anything. Might as well delete a trap card, like... I don't really think he's gonna do much. I'd rather just get rid of the trap cards and not have to deal with, like, anything. Just to be sure. Rebirth of the cards is fucking OP in this game. We won. We got about 20,000 domino, and we got Barrel Dragon. Barrel Dragon's a pretty decent card. It's a mechanical dragon fitted with cannons. It can wipe out up to 3 monsters on the opponent's field with a 2-in-1 success rate. This differs pretty greatly from its real-life effect. But Barrel Dragon's a cool card. You think you're good, huh? You must be to stand in the way of my vengeance. Where are my friends? Are you a friend of Wheeler's? Then you go tell Yugi this. Defying Master Merrick Ishtar is a waste of time. Pegasus is nothing compared to Merrick Ishtar. Haha, be prepared to fall. And that's all the ghouls. They will still, like, be out and about. So you can still duel the ghouls. Their decks, like I said, are pretty predictable. And etc. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, since this is almost an hour-long episode. The Ghoul Power Hour. Or the Ghouls Hour, or whatever I'll call this. Anyways, so thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button. You should also subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications. Hit bell. Wait, what am I saying? You should also like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications. Additionally, you should check out the links in the description. There's a link to my Blue Sky page and my Twitter page, my only 2 social media pages. There's a link to my Twitch page where I occasionally live stream, and there's a link to my Ko-Fi page where you can, for $3 a month, you become a monthly member and get access to earlier exclusive content. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.